That Nova Scotia will now help to clear the backlog of COVID-19 tests in Ontario. Nova Scotia is looking at processing 1,000 tests a day for Ontario as early as next week. Lab officials say they have the capacity to help and have developed a process so the Ontario tests don't interfere or delay any of the Nova Scotia test results. Prince Edward Island is also helping out, sending Ontario 2,000 testing kits. Well, joining us with more is Michelle Hoad, who represents Ontario's medical laboratory professionals. So we've heard of tests going down south, now they're going east. This is all part of trying to find a solution, Michelle, for this massive backlog, right?
It is. The government's needing to get creative. I think there's some really good solid ideas here, especially sending tests across to a neighboring province is a fantastic idea.
Well, we're starting to see that backlog diminish a little. Then today we see those numbers go back up. What is the situation? How behind are we?
We're definitely working 24/7 in all our labs across the province right now. People are giving everything they can to try to get this backlog down, but we're still dealing with the bottleneck, which is back to our core issue, is lack of medical lab technologists that process the tests. So we're dealing with instruments that go down, a shortage of reagents, which is our constant global issue. So these three issues will be with us, and we are doing the best to kind of work through them.
What would you like to see happen next?
I would like everyone to actually pay attention to what our Premier is saying about Thanksgiving this weekend. I think a nice message of actually having our neighbor provinces helping us out is a really nice Thanksgiving message, especially across our community of lab professionals who are working really hard. We need the government to kind of hear our plea right now, which is we need to take a look at how do we fill these medical lab technologists. It's a shortage. The Allura lab has done 300,000 tests. That's incredible for the Ottawa area. But we can't expect these people to kind of keep this pace. So I think we all need to stick in this together and keep looking at the outlook of let's follow the protocols, and let's remember that there's actually a human behind every single test that gets processed.
Good message. And just quickly, in transporting those tests down south, out east, wherever they're going, we hear rumblings that, the tests can only last for a certain amount of time. They can't sit there for a few days. That is not true, right? As long as they're refrigerated, but that creates maybe additional problems?
Right. So the tests actually in a freezer can last indefinitely. So the other issue is we've got labs now trying to find dry ice and freezers in order to kind of store them. So definitely another obstacle to look at when we're looking at moving tests.
All right, we will keep tabs on this. Michelle Hoad, we appreciate you joining us once again. Michelle represents Ontario's medical laboratory professionals.
Thank you.